Good morning, students. Welcome back to the English class. So the month of June has arrived and today's date is 3rd June 2020, right? So in our previous class, we have started a new lesson, or you can say a new poem, which is A Book for My Mother. So what we did in the previous class was the objective, some new words with actions and the meanings, and reading of the poem, right? So today's objective of the lesson is to make our parents feel happy and important on their special day. So we all know that our parents do a lot of things, they put a lot of efforts for us, right? So it is our responsibility, our duty to make our parents feel special on a special occasion like their birthdays, anniversaries, etc. Clear? Now how we can make them feel special? By giving them gifts, by doing something very special for them. Yes, so there are lots of things and ideas we can do for our parents. Now let's move to the recap of the lesson, which is the new words, right? So the first word that we learned in our previous class was far away. Faraway, that is far away, which means a place which is very far. Then comes the shelf, shelf, shelf. So we all have a shelf at our homes. Yes, it is a board which is fixed on the wall and where we can keep the things, right? Next is the monsters, monsters, monsters. So monsters are very big creature with ugly, scary, right? They're very scary, ugly and big creatures. Next comes the fairies, fairies, fairies. So fairies are small creatures with wings and also they have some magical powers. Then we have got the idea pot, IDEAPOT, idea pot. Idea pot means the head, a human being's head, which has a lot of ideas and thoughts and creativity. Next comes the word smile, SMILE, smile. Smile means to give a very beautiful, the short form of laugh. It's a very laughter we used to, how do we laugh? Laugh, we used to produce the sound, but smile, we don't produce sound. We just smile like this, right? Then comes COOK, cook, which is we used to cook Maggie, noodles, right? Your mom used to cook lots of delicious food, right? So this is cook. Now, these are the words. Now let's come to the poem. So I have already read the poem in my previous class. Today I am going to read it again. A book for my mother. My mother loves to read. On her shelf is a book for every need. Of fairies, ghosts and monsters on the street. Faraway tales, both sour and sweet. Today is her birthday. I need to think of a way to make her smile in my very own style. Let me write a book nice and funny, for which I would need no money. All I would need was one good thought, to cook something in the idea pot. So, let me explain the first stanza. So in the first stanza, the poet is a little girl, and the poem is all about the girl who wants to give gifts to her mother on her birthday. So here she tells that her mother loves to read and she has lots of books on her shelf, and these books are about fairies, ghosts, monsters and the faraway places. They are sometimes very sweet stories and they are sometimes very sour. Okay, they are very tasty stories and sometimes it might not taste as good. Okay, then this is the first stanza of the poem. Today is a birthday, so today is her birthday. Today is the birthday of the little girl's mother. and she wanted to give her mother a gift. Now she has to think of a way what she want, how can she make her smile in her own way. So she decides, she thinks and thinks, and later on she decides that okay, so I'm going to write a book. In the third stanza she decides that she is going to write a book which is very nice and funny. And also uh, to write a book she doesn't need any money. Only she requires is a good thought and lot of creativity which cooks in our head, the idea pot, right? She needs only one good thought for the book and also some ideas from the head or the brain, which is known as the idea pot. So this is all about the poem. So I'm going to repeat it. So the little girl's mother loves to read books, and she has lots of books about fairies, ghosts and monsters, and also about faraway places on her shelf. Now as it is the birthday of the little girl's mother, so she wanted to give her mother a very beautiful gift. Now she wanted to make her mother smile in her own way. So the little girl decides to write a book which is very nice and funny, and also she doesn't need money for that. Now for writing a book she only needs one good thought and lots of ideas. Now when we buy gifts for our mother, it doesn't mean we have to buy the gifts or purchase a gift. No, we can make it with our own hand, a handmade greeting card, a handmade pen stand, or it can be anything. So by making it with our hand and giving it to our parents, it is much more important than the gift buying from the market. Got it? So this is what the poem is about, the love of the little girl's love for her mother and making her special on her birthday. Now let's move to the summary of the poem. So the summary of the poem is about a little girl who wants to gift her mother on her birthday. The little girl's mother loves to read books. She has a shelf full of books. Now she has many books about fairies, ghosts and monsters, and also about faraway places. As it is her birthday today, the little girl wants to make her mother smile in her own way. The little girl decides to write a book for her mother which is nice and funny. Also, she does not need money to give her such a gift. The only thing she needs to write a book is a good thought and lots of ideas. Is it clear to you? This is a very simple poem. I hope you have understood the poem well. Read the poem once. You are going to get it what the little girl wants to say. Now let us come to the book part, which have two questions from let us discuss. So the number one is, what does the girl's mother like to do? As you can see on the screen, so the little girl's mother likes to read books. The second question is, what does the girl want to gift her mother? Yes, you know that she wants to give her mother a book which will be written by her and which is very nice and funny. Clear? Next, we come to the workbook. Sorry, not the workbook. There we have the literature comprehension from exercise 2. So the question number 1 is, what kinds of books does the girl's mother have? So the girl's mother have books about fairies, monsters, and then and also about the faraway places, right? Next, we have, what does the girl need to think of? The girl needs to think of the girl needs a good thought and some ideas to write the book. Clear? Okay. Number 3 is, What kind of book does the girl plan to write? The girl plans to write a book which is nice and funny. Question number 4 is, why does the girl decide to write a book and not buy one? The girl decides to write a book because she wanted to make her mother smile in her own way, and also writing a book would not need money, right? She doesn't have to spend money. That is also one of the reason. Next, let us come to the exercise 3, which are value-based question. Now, here are the value-based questions. So, question number 1 is, do you think that a child can write a book? Why or why not? Now, you are a child, right? So, do you think you will be able to write a book? I guess so. Yes, you can write a book because your brain has a lot of imagination of fairies, monsters, then some fairyland, etc. So you can create lot of imagination stories, imagination creatures or characters. So definitely a child can write a book, and that story is going to be, if they write it, the story can be very interesting. This is a lockdown period, so if you have free time, take out some time and try to write a story, a short story. You will like it, and that story should be of your imagination. Clear? You don't have to submit it. It's for your own good, I'm telling. You can try to write it and show it to your parents. Clear? Now let's come to question number 2. Do you like reading books? Why or why not? Of course, most of us love to read books, right? Why? Because every book has different characters, different imagination world, and we love it, right? And also we gain lots of knowledge from the books we read. Our vocabulary also gets strong, right? So there are lots of reason for reading a book. I hope you're reading books during this lockdown period, and I hope you are going to continue with it. Clear? So here we come to the end of the lesson, and after that there are some pictorial questions are there, right? So if you turn the page, you will see that there is picture 1. Look at the picture below and answer the following questions. So this is the picture 1, right? As you can see on the screen, this is the picture given. So there are a few questions below. So you have to attempt, you have to write the answers. You read the question and write the answer by looking at the picture. Clear? Then after this picture, we have the picture number 2 with a car, right? Even this also, similarly with the picture 1, you have to do it as it is. Clear? You read the questions, look at the picture and try to answer each of the questions. So I'm going to end my class here today. I hope you have understood the poem, the new words, the meanings, right? And also the question answers. I'll be giving you the answers in the WhatsApp. And in my next class, this is a very important reminder that in the next class, which is on Friday, I will be doing a Zoom class. So be ready with your IDs, and I'll share the link